What is that shirt? I like. It looks cool.
Oh, thanks. Joe got this for me. It says, every now and then I fall apart. It's a taco.
Hey.
Hey, I like it. Nice. We should get t-shirts like that. But with the Undebeatables.
So it's our logo, and then it says every now and then I fall apart.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I thought you'd have a unique catchphrase.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think we could do it, but have a unique catchphrase.
Okay. I need you now forever.
That could be one of them. We could just do show titles. We have 700 plus of them.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't make any sense, even in context normally.
I thought Talking Channel was pretty good.
Should we just make one with, it's all the show titles?
That would be a big shirt, but yes. Yeah, we could do that. Those print on demand places would make that easy.
I think we need to ask AI
to go.
I think hunt them all down. I mean, this is just that seems like a lot of research. All the show titles
listed on our website.
Yeah, but then I have to just scroll. It's a lot of scrolling.
Oh, you poor soul.
Right, every 10 episodes you got to hit a continue button.
When I was a kid, we had to scroll uphill both ways, That's how we lived.
Sure.
It was tough.
It was snowing.
Yeah. Oh, all over my mouse pad.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so just prepare to...
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect. Yeah, so just prepare to...
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
That train is off the track.
I feel like you can't just jump through Neptune and be okay.
Just prepare to...
What the show needs is more dogs and bears and chickens and stuff.
Yeah, so just prepare to be awash in unbeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacers fans. You were listening to the Undebeatables, your semi-weekly Pacers podcast. Today is January 26th, 2025, and this is episode 744. Coming to you from Indianapolis, Indiana, I'm your host, Joey Gaffrida, the man behind the dials. This show, we're going to discuss a 1-1 week of Pacers basketball with games in Paris against the Spurs. Joining me this show are two of our three analysts, coast to coast, like buttered toast. First, from the high school home of Jameson Brewer, Silver Spring, Maryland, it's the doctor, Jason Triplett.
What is up, Pacers fans? What is up, Undebeatables? Shout out to, I don't know, the Washington Commanders. What a run. Didn't quite pull it off today, but good run. The city was very excited. Even the buses were cheering for the Commanders.
All right. They play Philly today, was that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. From Asheville, North Carolina, he's our in-house bartender, mixing up the drinks and the crappy jingles. It's John Killswitch Colson.
What is up, Undebeatables? I want to shout out the Pacers fans who, in France, were doing the Tua. Real proud of them bringing that all the way to Paris. So, 2 minutes, two shots, They don't even. That's not even French. Loved it. It was great.
Do it.
Shout out.
Well, before we get into the games of the week, we wanted to remind listeners they can support us, the longest running Pacers podcast, by heading over to patreon.com/undebeatables. And you can support our show for as little as $1 per month and get access to our Slack and get a koozie shipped out to you. All sorts of good stuff. But yeah, as Colson mentioned, Pacers played in Paris this past week. 2 games. The season series against the Spurs over the span of a couple days. Technically home and away, I guess.
Yeah.
But we didn't have any players named Wembanyama on our team, so I think a little more Spain's support in the house. Spurs support in the house. Regardless, first game, Thursday, January 23rd, it tipped off 2 p.m. Eastern. And Spurs just blew out the Pacers this game, 140-110. And really, it's the second half. They just turned on the Jets and didn't look back. And the better of 2 from the Pacers side, the Saturday the 25th, tipping off at noon Eastern. Pacers, Jason, I think, said it on Slack. He said we won the aggregate score. Mm-hmm. We blew them out the other way, 136-98. So a nice solid win, and in that game, Halliburton went bananas and ended the game with 28, but really just bunched it up at the end of the game there. Or the third quarter, just went wild. But a good showing from Wembanyama, in both games, and I thought it was it was good, interesting to watch these games. I think it was good support, and it's just that mentioned Pacers fans in the house, given some Hoosier style to. I mean, they need. I think Paris has always needed a little Hoosier style, right? Like they can't do it on their own.
Is that a sex joke?
No.
Okay.
No, they just style, like it's a fashion and stuff.
Oh, okay. yeah. Paris is constantly asking Indiana for fashion advice.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, what did you guys think of these 2 sort of showcase games from the NBA between the Pacers and the Spurs?
Well, Wembanyama is amazing. He comes out in that first game, puts up 30, 11, 6 assists and 5 blocks, and looks, unbeatable. He's just doing everything he wants down low. He's hitting threes. It really threw us for a loop. We hadn't, seen him this year, and the kind of beast mode he's now in, and we got surprised and shellacked. But I thought our adjustment was incredible. Apparently Carlisle said that he was really enjoying his Paris trip until Thursday. That man does not like losing. He does not like losing. He doesn't like getting blown out and embarrassed. He got into the guys, and their defensive attitude was completely different in game 2. And our offensive game plan was completely different. I think we realized that even though Wembanyama is huge, we have height advantages at all other positions. And so we just started posting up San Antonio with everybody but Miles Turner. We just put Miles Turner out to shoot threes and keep Wembanyama out of the paint. And we embarrassed him. We looked like an old school 90s, basketball team, just back to the basket. And still scoring at will, getting turnovers. It was just great. It was really fun to watch this team adjust and have pride, because I was very upset after the first game. I felt like they had, just treated it like an exhibition game out in France, and these games still count in the standings. But a wonderful turnaround by the guys.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think on face I kind of expected kind of a split. These kind of home, quote unquote, home and homes typically go split, so it was good to get away with that. I feel like it's not a bad trip, and especially this one, you knew that Wembanyama and his guys were going to come out for him and play super well. I mean, they were just unconscious in that first game from 3, like especially in the second half. I think they ended up something like what was it, 18 of 36 from 3-point range. So that's an even 50%. It's hard to beat a team when they're doing that. And when Wembanyama is having stretches where like 4 possessions in a row, he just blocks everything that is that we throw at him. And he even blocked the last thing, but it happened to be a goaltend. So like it barely touched the glass first, and we're like, "Whoa, count it, yeah, take that, Wembanyama." I didn't see the second game, but yeah, sounds like Halliburton was pretty amazing and makes sense. It's good to get our group back, I guess. So.
Oh, I thought all the guys. I mean, there was just a different level of intensity. We were doing that full court press. We were doing basically the type of defense that's gotten us back into this season. And
held them under 100.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought Miles Turner had a different attitude. He really got embarrassed trying to defend Wembanyama in that first game, and he came out. He blocked Wembanyama a couple times in this game too. Just smothered him. He also was, picked his pocket, or at least made Wembanyama fumble the ball a few times. Like he took it personally that he got embarrassed in that first game, and I thought really stepped up and looked good in that second game. So, shout out to him, but shout out to the whole team for taking that blowout personally and responding. It looked like a different team, honestly.
Yeah,
it really did.
That's kind of the conversation we were having on Slack after those games. Where it looked like two fully different teams out there. I think we're the better team, so I think the split is a fine result for what that was. For a trip to France for the biggest French player,
right?
Ever.
A showcase for the Spurs, essentially, and Wembanyama. Yeah.
I mean, that's what this was. So
yeah.
He's already on the some of the all-time scoring lists for French players, as I've learned.
That's right.
In his second season, so yeah, I think a split is good there. We're a better team than they are, so that's fine.
Yes, I think I haven't seen a bunch of Wembanyama outside of highlights on TikTok or whatever. That's a lie. I don't watch TikTok. But he is clearly the future of the league. He's terrifying, and he can dominate by himself. Just long stretches where there was nothing we could do on either side. He's the future of the league, but we are definitely right now. We're better than they are. You're right, and I'm glad we remembered it and cleaned their clocks in the second game.
Hey, Colson, how did you deal with the temporary TikTok ban? Were you doing okay?
No, it was a tough 14 hours.
Okay,
or whatever it was. I mean, it was. I know it down to the minute. I don't want to lie.
To clarify, Joey, it wasn't a ban. TikTok shut themselves down as a publicity stunt, basically, and then turned themselves back on. Yeah, and then thank Trump for it. Sure.
Yeah, Anyway,
well, I do want to say that I was confused why the Pacers were on the other side of this French thing, this San Antonio thing. Before each game, both teams had French speakers talk to the crowd. So Wembanyama comes out in game 1, and Benedict Mathurin comes out and talks to the crowd. Game 2, Pascal Siakam. Cameroonian, speaks fluent French, and then what's their rookie Sydney French guy?
Champagne.
Portier.
Sissoko. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, they got a bunch of guys. Not Mamu Kuluskavili.
Nope.
Whatever that guy's name is, Sandro, got himself ejected by yanking down on Thomas Bryant's shoulders. Not a basketball move. Mamu Kilishlevi.
Exactly.
That guy.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I guess for the post game availability, at least after the first game, it was Matherin and Siakam, and they just did the whole thing in French. There was like one question in English or something. So that was
Very,
cool.
very cool. International flair there.
Yeah, I didn't hear any other like good nuggets from the trip. Did you? Like any hilarious things like taking pictures in front of the Eiffel Tower? Or
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff like that. They had a bunch of photos on the ESPN broadcast for Game 2.
Okay.
A bunch of the guys and, what's the Spurs mascot? He was doing a bunch of silly stuff in photos. Fun fact, though, Obi Toppin got engaged
what?
in Paris. I think it was like a work thing. Otherwise, he probably would have done Dollywood like you should. But shout out Obi Toppin for getting engaged.
Yeah, shout out.
What do you mean it was a work thing? Like,
I mean, he was out in Paris for work.
just happened to be
like
in
he
Paris.
just
Oh.
happened to be there. It's not like he
I
took
thought you were
his
saying-
fiance to Paris. He just.
I thought you were saying that the Pacers like asked him to get engaged.
No. I think he just happened to be in whatever the city of love. Just saying.
Paris? Are you talking about Paris, Indiana?
Paris, Texas, I believe.
Took the
Paris,
long
Texas.
way around. Yeah, but shout out, congratulations.
Yeah, that's great. Cool.
So I don't know if it was in front of the Eiffel Tower or on top of the Eiffel Tower or underneath the Eiffel Tower or whatever. But
Well, check your TikToks.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Did it affect Obi's play? No, he still played all right.
he played great.
All right.
He's so good.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, and I think we just missed a lot of shots, and a lot of that's the San Antonio's length, but yeah, Pascal and Benedict looked like they're ready to play, and everybody else kind of looked a little wobbly. And then Game 2, everybody looked like they'd been yelled at by coach. So.
Right on. Well, the boys make their way back from across the pond and have just 2 games this week. So, 2 home games as well, actually. Wednesday, hosting the Detroit Pistons, who, if I check the standings, are behind the Pacers in 6th place. The Pacers are in 5th. And the Pacers have a 2-game lead over the Pistons right now. So that's Wednesday. And then Saturday, February 1st, Pacers host the Atlanta Hawks, who are in 9th position right now.
We're better than both of those teams, and we're at home. And we are coming back. There may be some jet lag, but they did give us the NBA gave us a window here to kind of rest up and get back on the right time. I think we're going 2-0.
I like it. I'm super interested in this Detroit game after the sort of fireworks after the most recent game. So I think we'll be locked in for that one. I feel like we're going to drop a stupid game to Atlanta.
Boo.
That,
Trae
by
Young
the way,
goes
is
for
a
30.
5 o'clock tip on Saturday, the 1st, for those of you heading to the field house.
Well, that 5 o'clock tip is the reason that my son is going to be able to go.
Hey, baby races.
He would crush some baby races.
Yes.
He's got little legs, but he's pretty quick when he's trying to avoid
You.
bath time or whatever. But and I think Pacers will take this down. They're yeah, they're not going to let the. Yeah, I think Sunday's the more concerning one because it's going to be easier to give up one to the. Nobody's scared of the Hawks, but they have enough talent to cause trouble. But yeah, they're going to be alert for the Pistons game, and I think they're going to blow them out. Send a message.
So I'm pretty sure that the Pacers are 9-2 in the month of January, and the hottest team in the NBA. So come get me, Detroit.
Yeah, and they have like some beef with Detroit. So, what does Detroit even have? What do they even have to say to us?
Kate Cunningham.
I mean,
But they have no like.
Malice in the Palace. I don't know.
yeah. I mean,
They
as
got-
a franchise,
They've got 3 rings.
Yeah, but those guys weren't even alive probably when they won those rings, right?
It's probably true.
Certainly, some of their team, I'm sure, was not alive.
That's wild to me and sad.
Won those. When did they win? 2004.
2004, yeah.
Yeah, these guys were born. Some of these guys were probably born in 2000.
5.
Yeah, or no, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these guys were not alive.
Yeah.
These guys were not born yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Ron
were-
Holland the second, born in 2005.
Yeah, so if
Everybody
he
else
tries
is
to
at
hold,
least alive.
if they try to hold that over our head when you weren't born, then I feel like you may not have contributed in any way to
Yeah.
that. But that's just me. Anyway,
You're old school like that, you know.
yeah.
Malik Beasley was 8. So, there's that. Simone Fontecchio was 9. And those guys probably remember. So they're the only ones that can talk crap to us. Otherwise, we're like, you weren't even born yet.
Well, we will be back with you later in the week. Yeah, it's a little bit, it was some pretty cool games, but they were, was just 2. So I do think it's nice that the league is giving the team some time, before and after to A, enjoy the trip, but B, get back on the right time zone so they don't come back and get squashed by, some bums like Detroit. But
Right. Simone Fontecchio.
Silver saw that matchup. It was like, give him a couple days. we don't want this. He's always in our corner, right?
Sure. I mean, we did play more games than anybody else on our way to France just so we could have this time off. But
Yeah.
Whatever, it's fine.
I guess, yeah. You pay for it now or you pay for it later.
yeah, well, and then the second half of the season, we're going to be just racking up wins. So,
As a great man once said, all I do is win, no matter what. And then some other things. But my hands stay there. And they stay there. You were there.
I was there. Keep them down.
What is this that you're doing? I don't like this.
Is that a version of a penguin dance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing a dance. My arms aren't going up very high, though.
Is that by choice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I tend to keep my hands below my shoulders
Okay.
when I do dance moves, when I'm excited about things.
Oh, I see. All right. So if you were asked to put your hands in the air, like you can't or won't?
Like I just don't care?
Yeah.
That's more penguin action.
Yeah, this is not very high. It seems like you do care. Sorry, dude.
Wave them like I kind of care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like it. All right, we'll be back with you with our next show. And until then, you can hit us up on social media. We are on Twitter. We are at Undebeatables. We're on Facebook.com/The Undebeatables. Our website is TheUndebeatables.com. There's also a contact form there. You can use that to send us a message. And email. Shout out at TheUndebeatables.com. And the website /store for merchandise.
For the architect, Donnie Walsh, and our once and always Hall of Fame coach, Bobby Seclendred. Turn out the lights. The party is over.
Trebbian. Trebbian.
When's the last time we lost? I was thinking about this today. When's the last time we lost a basketball trade?
Lost a basketball.
We are really good. Our front office is really good. I don't think we appreciate that enough.
What did we give up for Siakam? I mean, not that we lost that.
Bruce Brown.
Yeah. And a couple
bench guys. And
second round draft picks.
No,
I guess there
first-
were
there
some
were
first.
firsts
Yeah,
in there.
a couple firsts. Yeah.
Well, I think we won that one.
Yeah.
The
I mean, the Sabonis one you could say, but we didn't lose it.
we didn't lose.
No, we got, that's the closest we could have to a 50-50. I feel like we've won every other trade.
I don't know. We got to see what those 2 second-round picks are going to do. They went to Miami for Thomas Bryant. The jury is still out.
That's right. Well, he just rebounds the shit out of everything. They've got 2 second-round picks that are going to get them nothing. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
When he's not getting involved in non-basketball plays.
That's true. Mom of Kaluski-ism is, whatever that dude's name is. Mama Skaluski.
Yeah, that guy.
I feel like you have a new pronunciation every time. I like it.
Have you seen that guy? He looks like...
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He's got a nice beard.
He does have a nice beard. He looks like every guy in Asheville is what he looks like.
Yeah, I can see that.
Talking Citra hops or Mosaic? What are we...
Oh, so here's the thing, Colson. We went. Fez was in town. Jason, you know the Fez.
Oh, of course.
And we went to Chili Water down in near your old neck of the woods.
Sure.
And they had some of these I don't know what they're THC
Yeah.
seltzers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal? They had some THC and some CBD. I didn't even have one because they just had a bunch of numbers on there. And I was like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of them, but I didn't know what to. I was like, I don't know what this means.
So we used to have a bunch at our bar.
I guess the ones that they had there were made in Indiana.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm not sure exactly how they get out of the. I mean, I think it's because whatever's illegal is stripped out of these things.
Yeah.
I know that a rep brought me one of them to try, and I split it with another employee after work, and we both were so high that we had to Uber home. Like we split one of them. So I don't keep them now that I'm in charge of ordering. We don't have those anymore because I don't want my customers to be so high they can't talk or see straight
Or buy more.
or
things.
buy more things. Exactly. It doesn't. If you spend $7 on that drink as opposed to $5-7 beers, it's not really worth it for me to keep it. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I was like, I was planning on driving. I was like, I have no idea what this is going to do.
Well, and I think if people that are sort of more used to it, it's probably not as big a deal or whatever. But yeah, I just think it's pretty. You're not sure what you're getting into. I think you did the right thing, Joe.
Yeah, well, the bartender was like, I've never had these. And I was like, okay. It was like, basically, and he was like, yeah, I think they're supposed to be kind of like nothing, like more medicinal. And I was like, I also kind of heard things more like what you're saying. And so I was like, if I don't know, I can't tell if I'm going to, be infusing my body with some, nice new age medicine, or I'm going to be blasted in a ditch. I can't tell. So
That's actually that's the brand that we tried here. It's called Blasted in a Dish.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I should have known when I. Yeah. I think some of them are supposed to just chill you out and take away your stress, your edge, but then some of them are, blast in a ditch.
Yeah, well, I chose not to at the time, but maybe I'll return.
Smart move, yeah.
Fair enough. Well,
come
just
back
make
later.
sure you're safe
Set
and
a
on a
DV
couch and
or,
your child's
yeah.
asleep. Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
fine. Or you're on a bachelor party or something.